Once again, welcome to NDCM online class, and especially many welcomes to the newcomers who have shown great enthusiasm to attend the classes. But unfortunately, they are not able to do this because of this corona pandemic. And we are now passing through a critical moment because of this hazardous situation. But whatever we can do, we can only expect that very soon we are going to meet together. This is teacher Muhammad Atar Rahman Asif, the lecturer of English Department, Notre Dame College, Mymensingh. Today I would like to talk to you about an important topic, and that is subject-verb agreement. Do you know that without having proper idea about subject-verb agreement, it's really tough to enrich your knowledge in English grammatical items. So at first, we have to know what is subject-verb agreement. Subject-verb agreement means a relation or the relation between subject and verb. And if you want to make this relation correct, you have to focus on subject according to number and person, because you have to remember that singular subject always receives singular verb, and that's why you have to focus and you have to put emphasis more and more on subject, and then you have to identify whether is it singular or whether is it plural, because the plural subject always receives plural verb. And today I'm going to give you some strategies to find out the correct subject and correct form of subject and to choose the correct form of verb. So if you want to get all of the things, and if you want to get the confidence to face the hurdles or to solve the hurdles of subject-verb agreement, keep watching the videos till the end. So let's keep the ball rolling now. So first of all, here I have written two lines for you. In the first line, you can clearly see the subject is the boy. Subject is the boy, and that is a singular subject. This is a singular subject. As the boy is a singular subject, it should receive the singular verbs. In present simple form, the boy receives writes, and in progressive form, the boy receives is writing, and in present perfect form, the boy receives has written. So we can say that the singular verbs in the line are writes, and then is, and then has. So here writes, is, and has are the singular verbs. In the next line, we can see the boys. That means the boys more than one, and it acts as plural subject. As it's a plural subject, it should receive the plural verb, and it receives in present simple form write, and in progressive form are writing, and in present perfect form have written. So we can say the plural verbs in the line are write, and then are, and then have. So these are the basic things actually we have to know. Singular subject most of the time receives singular verb, and plural subject most of the time receives plural verb. But we may find some problems, and regarding to this subject verb agreement, we have to face these sort of problems. In the next line, here I have written 3 lines for you, and you can clearly see that in the 3 lines there are 2 subjects, more than one subject. In the first line, you can see that Robert and Peterson like or likes to play football. So here the red mark of verb, and we have to select one. What will be the answer? Will it be like or will it be likes? We have to focus on the subject. If we focus on the subject, we can see here, we can definitely see there are 2 persons, 2 subjects. They are connected with coordinate conjunction and. They're connected with conjunction and. So Robert and Peterson, they are 2 different persons, and that's why they act as plural subject. As the plural subject, they obviously and they definitely receive plural verb. So that it's a plural subject and it will receive plural verb. So the correct answer should be like. In the very similarly, we can see gold and silver, 2 different things, 2 different subject, and that's why the correct answer should be here are. So the answer should be gold and silver are used to make ornaments. Here gold and silver are 2 different things, 2 different subject, that they are connected with conjunction and. In the next line also we can see very similar example, Rohim and Korim. 2 subjects are connected with and that's why the answer should be are. Rohim and Korim are brothers. Now guys, let's move for the next one. Can you tell me what will be the answer? Bread and butter is or are good for health. Here we can see two options you are going to get actually. One is singular verb and another is plural verb. According to the last portion or according to the last rule, the answer might be are. The answer might be are. Why? Because we can clearly see there bread and butter, there are two subjects connected with and. But the problem is that here the answer will be is. Why? What's the reason? Look, try to understand. Here, bread and butter, though, are different subjects. They are different subjects, different things. But they are here to have same purpose, to complete the same action, same purpose. They are here working as unit. Bread and butter are working as unit now, and that's why the verb should be singular. And for example, I can give you an example. Suppose this is a bread. Suppose for example this is a bread, and now I want to mix butter on it. I want to spread butter around it or on it. Then I will take some butter and I will spread it on bread. Then these two will act as one thing. These two will work as unity. These two will have some unity, and that's why this will work as one thing. And I am going to take this. So bread and butter here works as unit. So when two subjects are connected with and they work as unit and they work as same purpose, that time they should receive singular verb. So let's see some more examples. Look, we can see peace and water is or are important for society. Yes, peace and water are two different things, but they are here working for same purpose. Their purpose is very much same, and that's why the correct answer should be is. In the next line, tomato and sauce enhance or enhances the taste of food. Enhance means increase, to increase something. So tomato and sauce, two different things, but they work for same purpose, and that's why the correct answer should be enhances. In the next line also, very common thing that we have gotten for many years. Time and tide, waiter waits for none. Here actually we get confused because we get both of the answers, and to get correct things actually I want to go to background, and to me actually in grammatical structure shows that time and tide, that should take words. Because here time and tide, though they are different subject, though they are different things, but they are here to have same purpose, to complete same purpose, and that's why they should take singular verb, and the correct answer should be words. But the problem is that we know a proverb. Actually, we have to go to background. Geoffrey Chaucer, a theologian of English literature or English language, who actually wrote this maxim or proverb in 1224. Maybe I may be wrong actually. In 1224, and he wrote that time and tide wait for no man. And since then, we have used it as proverb. So in my opinion, you can select both of the verbs. I think it will be correct in my opinion. So guys, let's move for the next one and let's find out more hurdles or more puzzles. Look at the two lines. Here, the headmaster and secretary maintains the school. The cashier and the accountant shares 25% of the company's profit. So look at this. There are two similar things. There in those two lines, two subjects are connected with and. But what is the problem? In the first sentence, look, two subjects, but here we get one definite article, the. That means the person who is the headmaster is also secretary. When two person or two subjects are connected with and if they have only one definite the, that time we have to understand that the same person is working there. That means, look at this, the person who is headmaster is also secretary. And when the person is only one, that time the subject should be the singular and it should receive the singular verb. So here in the first line, the headmaster and secretary maintains the school. The correct answer will be maintains. In the second line, we can clearly see that the cashier and the accountant. That means there are two different persons. So as there are two different persons, the subject is definitely plural and it will receive plural verb. So the correct answer will be share. The cashier and the accountant share 25% of the company's profit. So let's move for another puzzles. Each boy and each girl participate or participates in annual sports. What do you think, guys? What will be the answer? Yes, the answer will be participates. The answer will be participates. Because why? What is the rules? If each plus subject are connected, both each plus subject are connected with and, then the subject will be singular. Very single, very simple. That means each plus subject, if it's plural, though it's plural, despite that it will take very singular, it will take singular verb. So in the next line we also say each boy and girl has to take final test. So next one, to hit 6 and to score century was or were easy for Tendulkar. Hitting 4 and scoring 6 give or gives much pleasure to any batsman. So guys, try to get the point actually. When two infinitives or two gerunds are connected with and, they will take definitely singular verb. So in the first one and the second one, in the both cases we have to use singular verb. So in the first one the correct answer should be was, and the second one the correct answer should be gives. Okay guys, let's move for the next one. Here we can see one line, either Karim or his friends have or has finished the job. What do you think, guys? What will be the correct answer? Have or has? What do you think? Do you know this or not? Okay guys, no problem. I'm going to assist you. Look, when two subjects are connected with the conjunction either dot or, then you have to put emphasis on the final subject, later subject, not the first subject. Once again, I want to repeat this. When the two subjects are connected with either dot or, then you have to focus on the last or final subject, or that means second subject. So here we see in the final subject, this is plural, and that's why it should receive the plural verb, and the correct answer will be have. So there are more conjunctions like either dot or. So let's find out them, and they are neither dot nor, not only dot but also or nor. So let's see some more examples. Neither Salam nor his brothers need or needs consent for tomorrow's field trip. Consent means permission. So what will be the answer, guys? Try to find out quickly. Look, here the last subject is his brothers. What I told you when the two subjects are connected with the conjunction like either dot or, neither dot nor, not only dot but also or nor, that time we have to select the later subject to find out the correct verb. And here later subject we see his brothers, that is plural, and that's why the correct answer should be need, because the subjects here plural and it receives plural verb. In the next one, look, either the students or the class teacher are or is to blame. So what is the answer and what will be the answer, guys? Look, here we can clearly see the later subject is the class teacher and it acts as singular noun. As it's a singular noun, it will definitely receive the singular verb, and the answer should be is. So the answer will be either the students or the class teacher is to blame. So let's find out more hurdles. Look, here are the very similar things, either neither, but a little bit different. So neither of the two students is or are good. Neither of the two students is or are too good. What do you think? What is the answer? Actually, when you see neither of before the plural noun, before any plural noun, that time the verb should be singular. Once again, I want to repeat. When you see neither of, either of before plural subject or plural noun, that time definitely this verb will be singular. So the correct answer should be is. So there are some other like neither of, They are neither of, none of, any of, either of, each of, every, one of, both of, etc., etc. So let's see some more examples. Every member of my family is or are here tonight. Every member of my family. So the rule says us that there we should select the singular verb. So the correct answer will be is. And the next one of the effects of globalization is our cultural assault. So here we can clearly see one of, and that is situated before the plural noun, and then we should select the singular verb, and that is the answer is. In the next one, neither of these two women is or are to be trusted. So the correct answer is definitely is. So the next word, here is another hurdles, another puzzles we have to solve. Please try to understand. Frequent closures of universities badly affect or affects academic progress. What is the answer? Try to think as soon as possible. A basket of apples have or has been sold. And the last one, the reliance on test of the results depends on some facts. So here, a clue we have to take actually. And what is the clue? Look at this. Frequent closures. Closures, you know that our college is now totally off. So frequent closures of universities. When two subjects or more subjects are connected with preposition, that time we have to put emphasis on the first subject. And that time we have to select the verb according to the first subject. Here the first one, look at this. Here we can clearly see two subjects are connected with of, preposition of. So the first subject is frequent closures and the next one is universities. And here we have to select the first one, and the first one is frequent closures, and it's a plural subject and it is going to receive or take plural verb. So the answer should be affect. In the next example, a basket of apples. Here we can also see two subjects that are connected with preposition, and in the first subject we see it acts as singular. As it is a singular subject, it is going to receive singular verb, and the answer should be has. In the next line we also see there are three subjects, and they're connected with the prepositions, and the first subject is the reliance. First subject is reliance. This is abstract noun, and you have to remember that abstract noun always receives singular verb, and the correct answer should be depends. Correct answer should be depends. So once again I want to repeat this. When the two subjects or more subjects are connected with preposition, we have to choose the first subject to select the correct verb. So in the next one, look. So here is the three examples. They're very easy. We all know that many is always placed before plural countable noun. So look at this line. Many people have or has become solvent. As many people act as plural noun, it will definitely take plural verb. So the correct answer should be have. In the next two lines we may find some problems. Here we can see many are. When we use many, definitely we have to use plural verb. But when we see many are in a sentence, we have to use singular verb. Once again I want to repeat. If we see many are in a sentence as a subject, before subject, then we have to use singular verb. So correct answer should be many a flower blooms unseen. Many a good man have or has been destroyed. So the correct answer should be has been destroyed by drink. So please write down the note actually. Many a plus plural subject plus singular verb. So let's move for the next one. Look, half of the work is or are done. The greater part of the students is or are correct. Major part of Dhaka is or are flooded. So what do you think? What is the answer actually? Look, here I have colored several parts. Half of, the greater part of, major part of. When these are placed before the noun, then the verb should be taken according to the subject. In the first one, look, half of is placed before an uncountable noun, non-uncountable noun. So the verb should be singular, because we have to remember that uncountable noun or non-countable noun always receives singular verb. So the correct answer should be is. There is no effect for half of or the greater part of, because here the verb will be followed by the subject. So next one, the greater part of the students. So the greater part of is placed before the plural subject, and the answer should be are correct. The answer should be are. In the last one, major part of Dhaka. We all know that Dhaka means a singular subject, and that's why the answer should be is. So there are some more actually we can get. So write down the note: half of, greater part of, majority of, almost all, lot of, some of, plus singular subject or uncountable noun plus singular verb. That means after this expression, if you have singular subject or uncountable noun, you have to use singular verb. Or if you have after this plural subject, you have to take plural verb. It's very easy. Just try to note down this. And the next one, what will be the answer? What do you think, guys? A number of students was or were present. A large number of people was or were absent from the meeting yesterday. The number of books in my reading room is or are over 300. So what will be the answer? Okay, I'm going to help you. When you see a number of or a large number of before any plural noun, that time the answer will be plural verb. That the answer will be plural verb. But if you see the number of before the plural noun, then the subject will definitely receive the singular verb. Once again, I want to repeat. If you see in a sentence a large number of or a number of is placed before a plural noun, that time it will receive plural verb. But if you see the number of before plural subject or plural noun, that time it will receive singular verb. So in the first one, clearly we have to use where, and in the second one we have to use where, and the next third and fourth one we have to use singular verb. So in the third one the answer should be is over 300, and in the last one the number of people has been affected by coronavirus. So please let's write down the note actually. A number of or a large number of plus plural subject plus plural verb. But if you use the number of before plural subject, then you have to select singular verb. And the next one, another common items actually you can get. 5 miles is or are too much for the old man. 2 doesn't make or makes 24. So what do you think, guys? What is the answer? Here you may get confused that 5 miles looks like it's a plural subject. Yes, it's a plural subject. So it may receive the plural verb, but that shouldn't do, because the correct answer will be 5 miles is too much for the old man. 2 doesn't makes 24. Why? Because you have to remember that after time, distance, money, weight, quantity, you have to select singular verb. Why? I want to elaborate it a little bit, as though our time is really short. Look, 5 miles is a unit of distance, and we all know that distance is an uncountable noun. You cannot count distance. So when a unit of uncountable noun is placed in a sentence as subject, you have to use then singular verb. Very similarly, 2 dozen, it's a unit of quantity, an uncountable noun, and that's why we have to use singular verb. We have to use singular verb, and the answer should be 5 miles is and 2 dozen makes 24. But you have to remember, if you see before the subject or before the nouns millions of, miles of, hours of, or seconds of, then you have to use plural verb. It's exceptional thing actually. So you can get millions of dollars. That time you have to use are. Millions of dollars are spent on his project. hours of practice are needed to win games. So what is the reason? If you see normal time, distance, money, weight, quantity, you have to take singular verb. But if you see millions of, miles of, hours of, seconds of, before any time, distance, money, weight, that time you have to use plural verb. The next one, look at the, can you tell me what the answer is? What will be the answer? The headmaster along with his teachers is or are present in the meeting. Look, here the answer should be is. The answer should be is. Why? What is the reason? The reason is that when the two subjects are connected with this conjunctive phrase, along with or as well as accompanied by, accompanied with, that time we have to select the first subject to take the correct verb. So once again I want to repeat, if you see two subjects are connected with this sort of conjunctive conjunction, this sort of conjunctive phrase, if you see, then you have to choose the first one to take the correct verb. So here is what you see. Here we see the headmaster is a singular subject and it is going to receive singular verb is. So there are some more expressions like along with, and they are accompanied by, together with, and not, as well as, including, etc. So we can see another example. The man together with his sons have or has shifted to London. So what will we do? What will we do? We have to clearly see there are two subjects, the man and his sons, and their two subjects are connected with, together with. So what will we do? We have to select the first one to receive the verb. Here we can clearly see the first subject is singular. As it's a singular, it should receive the singular verb. So the correct verb should be has. The correct verb should be has. So that is the thing. So guys, let's move for the next one to solve another riddles of subject-verb agreement. Look at the line. Economics is or are an important subject. What will be the answer, guys? Look, here we may get confused because of the face of subject. We can see that here the subject looks like plural subject because of having s. Looks like plural subject, plural noun. But it doesn't do actually. Despite its looking, it's a singular subject. So there are some other subjects that look like plural subject, but they are not. So whatever, when this sort of subject we see, this sort of subject should take singular verb. So economics, it may look like plural subject, but it's a singular actually. It looks like, may look like, but it's a singular subject, and that's why it should receive singular verb. And the correct answer should be economics is an important subject. There are some other nouns like economics, and they are linguistics, mathematics, phonetics, politics, statistics, physics, diabetes, measles, innings, gallows, etc. So guys, let's see some examples. Politics is or are something nasty. Politics is or are something nasty. What I told you, that politics look like plural subject, but it acts as singular subject, and that's why it will definitely take singular verb. And the correct answer should be is. In the next one, first innings was or were crucial for Bangladesh. So what do you think, guys? Look at the subject, first innings, that look like plural subject, but here it acts as singular subject. That means its face is very much similar to plural subject, but it is always a singular subject and it always receives singular verb. So the correct answer should be was. In the next one, very opposite ideas we are going to get now. The English aristocracy, very elite person, English aristocracy have or has special rights. What will be the correct answer? Look, the English aristocracy, here the opposite idea actually we are going to get. Look at the line here, the subject English aristocracy looks like singular subject, though it's a plural subject. And as it's a plural subject, it will definitely receive plural verb. And so the correct answer should be have. The English aristocracy have special rights. There are some more nouns look like that, and they are aristocracy, nobility, clergy, cattle, poultry, people, police, etc. So let's see more examples. The clergy help or helps promoting their religious ideology. So look, here the clergy looks like singular subject, though it's a plural subject. As it's a plural subject, it will definitely take plural verb, and the answer should be help. And the next one, the nobility, it also looks like singular subject, but it's a plural subject and it is going to take plural verb. So the answer should be reject here. The nobility reject the popular demand for adult franchise. In the next one, look, here we can see some plural nouns. Yes, that they are plurals and they are going to take plural verb. Definitely, there is no doubt. The problem is that when we use a pair or the pair or this pair or that pair before this sort of above plural nouns, we have to use singular verb. I want to repeat the nouns actually: scissors, shorts, pants, jeans, trousers, pears, treasures, etc. They always receive plural verb. But the problem is that when you use a pair, the pair, this pair, that pair of before, that is a pair of, the pair of, this pair of, that time you have to choose singular verb. And the examples: my scissors is or are dull. Yes, my scissors, it is plural and it will definitely take plural verb. The pair of scissors is or are dull. Look, the first one, my scissors, this is plural and that's why it should take plural verb. But in the next one, this pair of scissors, as we add this pair of before the plural subject, we have to select the plural verb, and that is, sorry, I have made a mistake. If we use this pair of before plural subject, we have to use singular verb, and the correct answer should be is. So guys, let's move for the last one, and that is all about collective nouns. I know that you have read from class 2, class 3. So here you can see the community has or have passed its opinions. Normally the collective noun, when the collective noun acts as subject, it normally receives both of the verbs. It can receive singular verb, it can receive plural verb, but there is slight difference that we have to understand. Look, the committee has or have passed its opinion. The jury have or has divided in their opinion. What is the slight difference? When the collective noun acts very simply, that time it takes singular verb. But when the collective noun is divided within their opinion, within their words, that time the collective noun takes plural verb. Suppose the committee here, what is collective noun? A group of noun. That means in a committee, we can have 6 members. They all are plural, but they're same here. The committee has passed its opinion. They're same. They are not broken here, and that's why they receive the singular verb. But in the next line, look, the jury have divided in their opinion. Why? Because here the jury is divided in their opinions. So we have to know some collective nouns, and we can get some of these: committee, jury, government, company, department, family, audience, crew, party, etc. So another example we can see: the committee is or are unanimous. The committee is or are unanimous. Correct pronunciation is unanimous, not unanimous. If you pronounce unanimous, then if you need to use the article, that time you can make mistakes to select the article an, because before our sound or our consonant, before our vowel sound, we know that always an is situated. But here we can get the sound, a consonant sound, unanimous, and that's why if we need to use any article, we have to use a. because A is always used before consonant sound. So what will be the answer, guys? The committee is or are anonymous. And another thing, the committee is or are divided into two groups. What I said to you guys, I said to you, when the collective noun is placed to do very easy thing, very sharp thing, they will take singular verbs. But when they are divided, that time they take plural verbs. So the first one answer is, and then the next one, the correct answer will be are. So guys, that's all for today, and many thanks, and stay safe and stay safely with your family members. Thank you very much.